Good morning. So yes, one final report from home. Yeah, I don't anticipate coming home again until I've summited Katahdin. It was amazing. It was great to be here. Really great hostel, great owners, super comfortable, had everything I needed and filled with people I love, at least last night. I know, I bored you to tears with my family, videos of my family, but it kind of reminds me of like back in the day when we carried wallet-sized photos. So let me show you my grandchildren and the, but did you hear my granddaughter? I don't know. It happened so fast. I don't know if you would have heard it, but she says, "I'm so happy you here, Mana." Oh my gosh, if I'm not going to play that 50,000 times while I'm on trail. And that was uncoached. Her parents weren't around. No one told her to say that. That was from her heart. And I ripped my heart out of my chest. Okay. I'm going back on trail today. So as I said, I'm going to go to a shelter that's like a mile in. And this is going to officially get back on track Wednesday morning to where I am going to go into Great Barrington and figure it out from there. But yeah, last night was awesome. My kids were so surprised. My husband's like, "We got a special guest here tonight." And the kids all thought like maybe he got a puppy. I know. But then I came popping out. One of my future daughter-in-laws started crying. I mean, it was amazing. Absolutely amazing. And it's going to be hard to leave, but we got a job to do. And so we're going to do it. That's really the only thing I wanted to, let's see, what did I do while I was here? I called Enlighten Equipment finally and had a fabulous conversation with a guy named Jerry. I didn't go into the conversation like demanding anything from them. Quite frankly, I love the quilt. I do. It's just not as warm as I had set out to get. I thought, all right, I do a ton of hiking in the White Mountains. I should have a 0-degree bag. I don't have a 0-degree bag. I'll get a 0-degree bag and it will help me on the Appalachian Trail. For whatever reason, the bag I have does not keep me warm. Well, I definitely knew 0 degree. The ratings are not, I've said this, are not for comfort. They're for survival. But I'm not comfortable until like 50. And that's not normal. And he even said that. He goes, "Well, this is a conundrum." I said, "Yeah, that's the joke of the trail." Even he had to admit that sometimes they can't fulfill the needs of everyone. Like there's 10% of the people out there that just don't match their product. And he said, "Unfortunately, I think you're one of the 10%. And I said right out of the get-go, "I'm not looking to return my quilt and I'm not looking for you guys to do anything about it. I love the quilt. If it's a summer bag, it's a summer bag. Ironically, it's got a 0 on it." And we did. We circled around everything. He was patient with me, went over the whole thing, like how in the 20s and 30s, I was wearing every layer I have. And then, when things started to get warm inside that quilt, once I had my Torrid jacket, which is from them. So the Torrid is phenomenal. I've said that to you. I am still a fan of that company because other people too on the trail are so happy with their quilts. It just didn't work out for me. So what I've decided to do, I am taking my Nemo Rhapsody, which they don't make anymore. It's a 15-degree bag. And I'm taking that on trail now. I don't need it now at 15 degrees, but I also don't want to. So here's what I don't want to do. If I have it shipped to me, that's fine. I don't want to have to ship back the Enlighten Equipment bag. It's 1.5 ounces different in weight. So the Rhapsody is heavier. It's 1.5 ounces different. So I'm bringing the Rhapsody now. And then anything that my family ships me down the road for cold gear, there will be nothing to send back. I've literally stripped my pack of everything, and it will just be now sadly adding to instead of, sending back. So when that time comes, but you know what? I did the numbers, and yes, I left a couple of small things off, but I'm still hovering around 20. So for the things that I've learned I don't need anymore, that I've decided I don't need at all, and then adding the winter gear back, and I'm only adding some of it. I'm not adding all of it because it's not like I don't imagine I will be hiking during the day in the 20s. No, during the day it's going to be warm. This is what I imagine. And it's going to be at night. So I really only need the winter gear the bare essentials for at night. Okay. So I still have a base weight of 20, which can't be bad. I just got to be smarter about my food because my bag is so heavy. I'm a nervous Nelly about food, so I tend to overbuy. You can ask anybody on the trail. Trinity always buys way too much food. Like, they'll joke with me after a resupply. So how many days did you resupply for, Trinity? Because I'll be like 7, 8. I know all of you people are dying right now, right? And they resupply for like 3 or 4. But the last time I did 4, and guess what? Right down to 1 meal. No lunches, no breakfast left, no snacks left. Literally 1 dinner left. And that was that's how close I cut it. But anyway, I don't like that. But my pack weighed next to nothing. And those 3 mountains I had to climb the other day were a lot easier because my pack weighed next to nothing. Which, by the way, Bear Mountain, I never quite got into the details of it. Bear Mountain actually wasn't so awful going up. It was horrific going down. So being northbound, traveling, climbing that mountain northbound, not so bad. But descending it, ooh, it was like very precarious. You had to watch your footing. It was very, very steep in places, very rocky. It was a trick. Like, there was no going down that hill fast. Race Mountain just kind of happened. It was annoying. It was steep. It was like, whatever, it's there. It was gone. Next thing you know, I'm past it. Everett was, as they say, grueling. It was really, really funny because I kept going, when is this mountain going to start? And the closer I was getting to the summit, because the summit was listed and fired, I kept checking. I'm going, man, this could be not so bad. And then I checked one more time and I looked 0.7. I'm like, oh, maybe it starts in maybe it's a half a mile mountain. No, from that second that I checked it, it was just ironic. It started going straight uphill. So yeah, that was a grueling climb. But you know how they say grueling on both sides? It wasn't. It was like a breeze on the other side. So I don't know if there's another trail no, I went the AT. So no, it was a breeze. We had met 2 guys up there and I was trying to figure out where to meet my husband. And I was asking them, is the pond and the parking lot the same place? And then I said, I hear it's a very grueling descent. And he goes, not at all. This side's way easier. That's why we do it. He was wicked nice. They had a cute dog. Anyway, super, super nice. What else? Yeah, so that was that on that. And as I told you, let me just look at my list. Yeah. Oh, my sister and my mom. So I never did get to see my mom. We talked on the phone forever, though. She just said, you know what? Don't. Enjoy rest at home, blah, 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 blah. And so she said my sister was there taking really good care of her. My sister had been there staying overnight since my mom got out of the hospital. And so when my mom is trying to tell me, don't come. We can just talk on the phone. It'll be fine. So while my mom's saying that, my sister's in the background. She's a hoot, right? So my sister's in the background going, the only way she's going to die now is if I kill her. And I'm just like, oh my God, are you kidding me? So anyway, I knew she was in good hands. My sister is taking excellent care of her, as is my brother. So, so I didn't go, but we did talk on the phone quite a bit. And, so now, I am pretty much heading out. It is zeroing down. I got to get going, and I'll be back on trail, or home, as I say. I don't think there's anything else. Anyway, I'll be back 2.5 months. House. All right. That's what I'm thinking. Mid-September. We'll see.